I recently watched a really amazing video from Very TV, and I'll leave it linked in the description. He basically covers the entire history from beginning to now on Madden Mobile, and it is really interesting to see the rise and the fall. It's also a blast from the past because I followed this dude on Instagram years and years back and had randomly gotten recommended his video years later, so it's a really small world. Anyway, I wanted to deep dive into the reason as to why Madden Mobile really fell off, because it's kind of insane to think about it when you really dive into it. In terms of the gameplay, it has really only gotten better and better every single year. It really looks just like the console counterpart now. Visually stunning, absolutely amazing. Basically feels like you're playing a console game on your phone, which, as someone who played the prime time Madden Mobile era, it is a completely different game, but in a good way. So why is it considered to have fallen off and so widely proclaimed as a bad game now? Well, to do that, we need to go back to that prime era of Madden Mobile in 2015 and 2016. Back then, Madden Mobile was really the go-to app for not only mobile gamers, but really football fans anywhere in the United States. I'll be real with you, I did not get super into mobile gaming until 2019, but I played the hell out of Madden Mobile 15 and 16. More 16 and 17 actually. I got around right at the end of 15. Madden Mobile actually started out a few years before that, but it didn't really take off until 15. These early years were really marked by a powerful sense of community. You had things like leagues, which essentially gave you easy access to different players. You guys had a cumulative goal to work towards. I remember there was like a Devin Hester, a Jerry Rice, and there was like another card, I forget what it was, but the entire league had to work towards that. And you also had head-to-head, so you could literally just play anyone that you wanted at any time. But most importantly, I think to mention here is the off-the-field action in the auction house. I'm gonna harp on this the entire video, so just get ready. I'm surprised that I held off on it this long. This wasn't just a feature that was off the field and just some kind of sidebar feature in the game. This was literally the core of the game, and it was basically its entire ecosystem. When you think about Madden Mobile back in the day, you really don't think of it as a Madden game, you think of it as a trading card game. I don't know how Madden on console is viewed now because I don't really play it a whole lot. The last Madden that I bought was 23, but I'm sure it doesn't have just a straight trading card game feel. That's exactly what that prime Madden Mobile had, and this isn't a knock on it. This is a big reason why so many different people, even people that weren't exactly mobile gamers like myself, got into this game. It gave you basically your own control over your own specific team with your own players, and gave you a unique experience, kind of just like fantasy football, except without the money and without all the extra stakes. For a long time, the auction house just worked, but a big reason why eventually in Madden Mobile 21, the auction house was officially completely disbanded. I believe a few years before that, I'm not sure exactly what year it happened, but it might have been 18 or 19. They slowly started to kind of limit things in the auction house, and it just became a very strange experience. The main reason for this happening is the abuse and all of the different bugs that just kind of happened. Mainly exploits through hackers, but there were a few bugs where you could basically like buy unlimited pro packs. I remember one day in middle school, I was literally sitting in my first hour buying just pro pack after pro pack after pro pack. Pulled probably 50 different red cards, and then I got home, saw the game servers were shut down, all my cards were removed. If you had already sold the cards, then you got to keep the coins that you got from selling those cards basically. So you could also hack, like I said, and just give yourself the coins. And this kind of ruined the entire value of the market in the auction house. So instead of adjusting things, banning hackers, fixing balances, instead they just decided to completely shut it down and remove it. This may have been one of the biggest letdowns in mobile gaming history. Basically took away the entire player's freedom to choose the team that they wanted without spending $100+ for a specific red card that they may not even want. It dove headfirst into the predatory monetization that we all know in mobile gaming nowadays. EA claimed this as a improvement to the game and the user experience, because yes, there were people that again were abusing these hacks, selling cards for 999 million coins, and people were buying it, or whatever the max amount was. It was either a million or billion. Dude, it's been so many years since I've played Madden Mobile, but even to this day it still resonates with me. I miss that shit. But yeah, they do say they're prioritizing the user experience, which to a degree yes, but also no, because they could easily have delisted again and just banned anyone who abused these exploits. But instead, what they chose to do was remove it and ask people to just open their wallets instead, which, as we all know, that's kind of what mobile gaming has just become over the last decade. And it's really sad to see, because I actually just made a whole nother commentary talking about this exact subject and the greed in mobile gaming nowadays. This honestly sucks, because I feel like you could directly point greed as the reason to why Madden Mobile changed so drastically in a negative direction. I think one of the craziest parts is actually that other games like FIFA Mobile and multiple different NBA mobile games actually offer an active auction house. So it really leans back into that
really
question
quick,
as
something
to,
that
is
I
it
completely
really
just skipped
greed?
over here in my initial commentary. This is me while I'm editing. Video footage that you're watching right here is actually NFL Rivals. This is not an ad. This is not a paid promotion. I've actually sunk quite a few of my own dollars in this game already. This is essentially what Madden Mobile should be. This is a crypto game, but essentially what you're doing is owning all of your own cards, and you're able to basically use the same exact functionality of an auction house, set up your entire team the same way as you want to. Yes, there are paid packs, obviously, but this is a game where you can actually grind up your own currency, make real money off of it, and at the same time build up your own team with an amazing auction house, especially in comparison to where Madden Mobile literally doesn't even have one. I'm a football head, so I can't just completely not play anything mobile in regards to football. If y'all haven't heard of this game, it's something that I highly recommend y'all check out. Again, it's not a paid promotion. It's just, if you love trading card games, especially with football, 100% beats out Madden Mobile in today's market.
And again, the thing that really kills me is the graphical leaps and gameplay improvements over the years have just made me want to get back into the game. I still have it on my device. I check it out every now and then. I don't play it, but I will log in, open a random drill, and just see how the game looks now, and it's insanely impressive. It really makes me sad, because it's still just missing that other core half of the game that made it special. And oh yeah, I didn't even mention this yet, but the auction house still exists on the console counterpart. Like, they never removed the auction house. It still is just there on every Madden up to this day. So once again, it begs the question, what's the real reason as to why Madden Mobile removed theirs? One word answer is whales. Will they ever bring the auction house back? Highly unlikely, because whales are just so commonplace in mobile gaming now. A lot of these big games don't ever really have to worry about appealing to such a wide audience anymore. They have to in the beginning, and then once they have that wide audience, they pull the whales in, and then that wide audience just doesn't exactly matter anymore. I know I've said it probably 1,000 times at this point, but it really does suck, because Madden Mobile was probably the first real mobile game that I actually got into. I played games like Fruit Ninja, Doodle Jump before it, but real mobile games, Madden Mobile was my first one, so it always has a special place in my heart. That's why I wanted to make this video. I'm definitely also interested to hear y'all's thoughts in the comments below. 99% of my viewer base probably has never even touched Madden Mobile, but for those who have, or if this just came across your feed and you watching and you have, I'm also interested to hear from you. But with that, I'm gonna head out. Appreciate y'all hanging. Have a good rest of the day.